In today's video, we're going to take a look at the new NECA Gremlins Accessory Set, as well as the old Gremlins Ultimate Gremlin.
We'll begin with a reign of terror. A few murders here and there.
Welcome to the Swearwolves YouTube channel. I'm Brett. If you're a returning subscriber, I just want to thank you for coming back. And if you're new to this channel, I want to thank you for stopping by. Please consider clicking both that subscribe button as well as that notification bell below. We upload videos on a regular basis, podcast episodes every Monday, as well as the not so consistent review videos in which we cover horror soundtracks, video games, collectibles, you name it. And today we are going to discuss this Gremlins accessory set from NECA. Now, this accessory set I just saw it at the store the other day, picked it up and thought it'd be great to do a video on, and then I realized that I never did a video of this Ultimate Gremlin. In fact, I've never opened it. I got this Ultimate Gremlin a long time ago. Actually, it was sent to me by a good friend of mine from Texas who won it. So thank you to my friend Will for this gift. Now, I've never opened this, but I thought it'd probably be necessary to open this in order to fully realize the accessories that come with the Gremlins accessory set. Now, if you're not interested in the Ultimate Gremlins review and you only are here for the accessory set, I totally understand. I will start that review at this time code, so if you want, you can jump ahead to that time code and see me there. For those of you who stuck around, let's go ahead and talk about the Ultimate Gremlin from NECA. Now, we do have the cover of the box, which says cute, clever, mischievous, intelligent, dangerous Gremlins, Ultimate Gremlin. On the side of the box, it just says Gremlins Ultimate Gremlin. And then on the back, it says here, Gremlins. A gadget salesman is looking for a special gift for his son and finds one at a store in Chinatown. The shopkeeper is reluctant to part with the Mogwai, but sells it to him with the warning to never expose it to bright light, water, or to feed it after midnight. All of this happens, and the result is a gang of gremlins that decide to tear up the town on Christmas Eve. Actually, all of that doesn't happen. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's not the shopkeeper who sells it to him, it's his grandson. Anyway, we got a bunch of images from we got an image from the movie and then a bunch of images of the figure dressed up. So there we got a gremlin hanging from the, I believe it was the ceiling fan in the bar, wearing a Santa hat. And then we have a gremlin with popcorn on his ears, holding playing cards, wearing 3D glasses, etc. down there. At the bottom it says, includes playing cards, mugs, cigarette, 3D glasses, soda cup, candy, and 2 popcorn bags. Side of the box again just says Gremlin, Ultimate Gremlin. Like with all the Ultimate figures, there's a flap that opens up. We get a picture of the figure, kind of posed right there. Nothing really to that one. And then of course we have a window box which shows us the figure. Why don't we go ahead and open this figure up, look at all the accessories and the figure, and give it its proper review. All right, we got the figure open. Before we get to the figure itself, let's go ahead and talk about these accessories. Now, like the back of the box stated, we have all these various different accessories, but we'll look at them a little bit more closely. We got a couple of popcorn bags right here. Crisp, hot, giant hybrid, popcorn, delicious and nutritious. So, same thing on both sides of the bags here. And these aren't really bags, as you can see. If I do this, they don't, see if I can do it. They don't have a bottom to them. It's just like a piece of, whoops, it's just like a piece of paper just folded on itself. So not really a bag per se, but there's the popcorn. Next we got this candy bar. It's a Doodah bar, milk chocolate with light whipped center. Doodah bar is of course not real, but it kind of reminds me of Three Musketeers. Probably trying to emulate that. Along those same lines, we also have Brad Bites, bite-sized candies. Kind of like Skittles, right? But that looks cool. We also have some playing cards. Now these are cards that are all attached to each other to form a hand, so you don't have loose playing cards. Doesn't look like this is a good hand. 7 of diamonds, jack of clubs, ace of spades. I don't know what the other 2 are. And on the back side is just a little design there, like on a playing cards. We got a cigarette, probably not the most PC of things, but in the movie they did smoke when they were at the bar. We also have a mug of beer. I don't think this comes out, no. It's just a mug of beer with a foam on top. This looks really good. And a cola, and it even says cola. like Coke almost, in that Coca-Cola font. And it's got a straw sticking out of it. This looks really good. And finally, for accessories, we have these 3D glasses. I thought these look really cool, actually. These paper 3D glasses. I remember being in the 80s. Let's see if they... Yep, you can see through them. Look, everything's in 3D now. Ah! I remember being a kid in the 80s, and there would be 3D movies that they would show on TV, and you'd go down to like the 7-Eleven and get these paper 3D glasses, and then you'd have to adjust the contrast on your television just so you could watch the movie. I think Return of the Creature from the Black Lagoon or something to that effect was one of the movies. So that's a really cool accessory there. And then we have the figure itself. Now I have the figure on this little base, this NECA base, which I generally don't like, but it worked well to keep him standing upright. This figure is a little tight because he's been in a box for, I don't know, a couple of years now. But let's just take a look at it. It's very similar to all the other NECA Gremlins figures, which I did reviews on them. You can watch some of them right there. Talk about his mobility here. He's got articulation in the jaw. His head turns from side to side like that. Does it bob up and down? A little bit. There's a little bit of a ball joint right there. So his head, he can look up or he can look down. And then his ears, let's see, some of them, their ears actually turn. This one, his ears turn a little bit. He's got a ball joint here in his shoulder. And then at the elbow, now again, these joints are tight. If you know anything about NECA figures, which I'm assuming you're into them if you're watching this video, but the joints tend to be pretty tight. You don't want to force the issue because it can break your figure. So if you're noticing that they're tight, maybe get like a hair dryer and give it a little bit of heat. You don't want too much, but a little bit of heat to kind of loosen that up, just to loosen up the joints a little bit. But we do have a joint right there. See, this arm doesn't want to go out. This arm is pretty much stuck right there. So we'll go to the right arm. That's the one flaw about NECA figures. I mean, listen, if you're going to pose them, you can probably get them into the position that you want them in, but I mean, obviously nobody's sitting down there playing with their figures. I don't know, maybe some people are. Bends at the elbow. We have hands that turn around 360 degrees at the wrist. We have a waist kind of below the chest that turns. Gives it a little bit of like ab crunch. And then we have some ball joints at the hip area. And then there's this weird knee situation going on here because these are like animals. So their legs kind of bend backwards and forwards like a dog or a cat does. But you have some mobility there, and the foot turns as such. I really like the paint on this. I mean, it looks like a gremlin, one of dozens that are in the movie. We got various different colors of green and yellow and greenish yellow and yellowish green all over, and little designs that make this look like a gremlin. I mean, this looks exactly like a gremlin from the movie. And I love the Gremlins. Well, I love the movie, but I love all the NECA Gremlins that they've come out with. I don't know why I hadn't opened this one, but I just hadn't. So for me, this gets 5 out of 5 Pamela Voorhees heads. I love this figure, and it'll be cool to set them up with these accessories, but also the brand new Gremlins Accessory Set. So why don't we go ahead and open that up, or take a look at that, and we'll give that a review. All right, here's the Gremlins Accessory Set. Now this box is big. You can tell it's way bigger than the Ultimate box. So I have to zoom out a little bit. But anyway, there we go. Just a clear box. You see all the different accessories that it comes with, and we'll get to that when we open it up. Along the side of the box, it just says what it includes down here at the bottom. Gremlin cocoon, ski mask, race car, 2 Gizmo minifigures, aerobics shirt, and leg warmers. On the back of this accessory set, we got various images of different Gremlin action figures posed with it, and it even says other figures sold separately. And at the top it says, any fan of the Gremlins movies knows the rules. Keep them out of sunlight, don't get them wet, and never... Oh wait, too late. This set of frequently requested accessories is scaled to complement NECA's line of Gremlins action figures. Includes aerobic shirt, leg warmer, ski mask, sitting and standing Gizmo minifigures, race car, and Gremlin cocoon. Don't see much at the bottom, but we get those still shots there. And then on this side, you can see on the side here how much empty space we're dealing with. We have the cocoon, which is down here at the bottom, but for about, I don't know, 5 inches up at the top, there's nothing back there. I get the packaging. I get what NECA's doing here with the packaging. You know, you want to make it look cool. You got this figure. I mean, wouldn't it have been cool? Just include a figure. Just include one of these in with it. Then you could have an Ultimate Gremlin and the accessory set. Charge us a little bit more, that's fine, but come on. This packaging is ridiculous, this empty space here. I do not like that, so I'm gonna give that a negative on that. But all the accessories look really cool, so why wait any longer? Let's go ahead and open these up and give them a review. All right, I got the accessory pack open and I just wanted to give them each their own amount of time, so let's just go along down the line here. We got a head. That is the Robert Gremlin head. Now, this is kind of cool because you don't need to buy, or there's no whole figure of this. They're just including the alternate head, which I actually kind of dig. Although, like I said before, I would have rather had just an actual Gremlin. What the hell happened there? Oh, he fell down. So Robert Gremlin, you can see right here. You just stick that, replace that head on that body, and you'll be good to go. This mask, well, looks like it could come off if you wanted it to. And it's just a head underneath there. It looks like it's just the same head as on that figure, except for without the ears. So that looks pretty cool. You got those Gremlin eyes and the mouth there, and then it's just this knit sock. It feels like a sock over his head. So that looks pretty cool. I actually really dig that figure. All right, moving right along, we got some more clothes here for, this is just a cardboard cutout of a Gremlin. He or she has the aerobics gear on, which is this kind of sweatshirt material for the top and these kind of sock material right here for the leg warmers. That looks really cool. I like the way that that looks. We have 2 figures here. One is a standing Gizmo, and he does have a little bit of articulation. Looks like he's supposed to. Again, his joints are tight. Well, anyway, his head moves from side to side, kind of on this ball joint, and he does have articulation, the ability to move his arms down, but I am not going to do that because those joints are really tight. And he is also sitting down in this one. The sitting down one, of course, is because we want to put him in this car. I believe in the movie it's a Barbie car, Barbie Corvette or something, but that he drives at the end of the movie. But this one, it doesn't, of course, say Barbie, but you can get him inside the car. No need to make this 2 separate things though. Like, just make it all one. Like, you could have just put Gizmo in the car and had that been the figure. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't have to have, I mean, maybe some people want a sitting version of Gizmo, but I would have just liked to have him in the car. And this Gizmo is, I guess, to scale, because there is the Ultimate Gizmo figure that they came out with. This Gizmo is more to scale with this Gremlin. So this is about how big Gizmo would be to that Gremlin size. Probably the accessory that I was most excited was the cocoon here. It just looks pretty gnarly. Kind of gives off alien vibes, but this is from Gremlins, of course. After they get fed at midnight, they go and they wrap themselves in this cocoon and they sprout up to look like that instead of the cute little mogwais that they were. But just the slime coming off of it, I think, looks really cool, and it looks pretty gnarly all in all the way around. So this was the big thing for me that made me want to get the figure, because or the accessory set, because I thought, oh, having that and the and the different costumes. It would be cool to get a couple more costumes instead of just totally new figures, but package them for sale. Like I've seen Barbie clothes that were just packaged for sale like this, and you could just buy new clothes. That would be kind of a cool idea if you're going to go further with this whole Gremlins thing, because there's tons of Gremlins from this movie and from the second one that you could do, and you could have just one base figure. Maybe people would buy more of these Ultimate Gremlins and dress them up in different ones, but you could just take off the clothes and replace them. And you don't have to have some big old packaging that you're wasting a lot of space with nothing, with air. I just bought air. So all in all, I do like the accessory set. I am going to give it 4.5 Pamela Voorhees heads. I knock a half a point because of the packaging and because of the fact that if you're going to have a big packaging like that, include a figure. Otherwise, smaller packaging, and you don't need to have a figure. But those are just my thoughts. If you have any thoughts on this or anything else really, please leave a comment down below. And if you haven't yet subscribed and you feel so inclined, please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. We are the Swearwolves, and we do a weekly show in which we review horror movies, and you can watch it right here on our YouTube channel every Monday, or find it wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts by searching for The Swearwolves. You can also visit our website at theswearwolves.com. So, for The Swearwolves, I'm Brett.